I'm showing up the best way that I can for you.
You're like leaning into doors and whatever, and your eyes are so crisscrossed. How do you expect me to trust you when you're so fucked up? I don't know what you want.
I'm not fucked up. This is you.
Yeah, I get it. It's me. Yeah.
Married at First Sight season 20, second part of episode 10. Caitlin and Courtney, throw them away. Throw them in the trash. I can't. I cannot with them. If you didn't see part 1, please be sure to check that out. Please interact with the video. Share it out, hype it up, share it on your YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and leave a comment for me. Okay? Thank you so much for your love and support. If you're new here, my name is Janice. What are your thoughts so far about what happened at the dinner? Caitlin and Courtney, they're trash. They need to just be thrown away. Okay, y'all. So we go back over to Caitlin and Devin, and he seemed to be intoxicated. I was wondering, was he intoxicated? And they're going on and back and forth. And she said, "Oh, your eyes are crossed. You're acting like a 5-year-old. You will never be the lead of my life." And so it's the next morning, and they're driving somewhere. I don't know where they're going. Maybe to the gym or to her parents. I don't know where they're going. And he apologized for last night. She said she's had experiences of men being intoxicated and guys with substance abuse. So she don't need to be with men who can't handle their liquor. Caitlin, you don't need to date men who can't discipline themselves to drink 1 or 2 drinks and let that be it. So she apologized to him, okay? Then we go over to Adam and Marissa. They're shopping, and he's coming out with these 80s outfits. And in her voiceover, she said, "They're giving me the ick." And she tried on something, a leopard dress. She looked really pretty. They're leaving. He said, "I will take the leopard dress." And she wasn't sure. She said, "I'll take the leopard dress if you take a button-up shirt." See, that's why they're not going to work out. So my question is this a new persona that Adam created, or has he always been like this and dressed like this? I just refuse to think he came on Married at First Sight and all of a sudden he's pulling out this new person out of the bag. I don't think so. I think that's who he is. I think this is why we need Dr. Pepper to go in the closet. You see why it's important to check their closet? Because if Dr. Pepper had checked Adam's closet and we see all these crazy clothes in there, we would have known that's Adam. But the way the experts and fans are, "Oh, he's doing this to get attention." And I'm like, well, how do you know that? Have you seen in his closet? So my question is, if anybody's on his social media, is this a new persona? Adam is coming up. People are saying he's trying to come out the closet. He's trying to come out of the closet, okay? So then we see Belle and Mecca, they meet with Paul, and he asks about group therapy, how group therapy was. And, he said he felt attacked, and this is Mecca is saying, he felt attacked. I should have taken that screenshot, right? He felt attacked by Paul. He felt like he was opening up and sharing, and it was thrown back in his face because they said the dinner was performative. He felt attacked by Paul. Michelle, Courtney, he was disappointed in Paul because he hold Paul at high regards, and he thinks Michelle is genuine and authentic, and he was very surprised. Belle says nothing he did at the dinner was performative to her. But Belle is coming off as a pick-me-sha, and I'm going to prove it to you because in a few seconds, Paul is going to say something, and I almost fell out my chair, okay? So he said, why did he feel attacked by what he said? So Paul apologized from the bottom of his heart that he doesn't want anyone to feel attacked. So I'm like, are you going to apologize to Adam? Are you going to apologize to my sweet Adam? Oh Paul asked a question, name a feeling trying to push him away. And he said love. He said love. And y'all, I told y'all Mecca was questionable. He says, never felt that way towards a woman before with his black nail polish. So my question is, Mecca, have you felt that way towards a man before? That's what I want to know. Is it fearful and scary to love a woman because, you've had love for men, but not women? I'm just asking. I'm not judging. You should see my eyes rolling. By the way, cousins, I need y'all to pray for me because I realize I have a spirit on me, okay? I have a spirit of taking off my clothes. Hashtag take it off. Y'all, I come home, I run upstairs, I take my clothes off, and then I'm like, no, I need to review Married at First Sight. And then I'm like, well, I'm not putting on back my clothes, so I'll just do it off camera, okay? So I have a spirit of taking off my clothes. Hashtag take it off, okay? So Paul asked, can we talk about your mom? He said, yeah. He said he would see his friends with moms and he would feel jealous. And, that's the way he's with his dad. And it gives him the feeling of not feeling worthy to love. But I wish the daddy would tell him that it's the daddy's fault why the mama left. It's not the kid's fault. It's the daddy's fault. It's his daddy why he left. Okay. Paul says Mecca is self-sabotaging. I listened to what Paul said. He said Belle is a great defender, that she will defend him. And then Paul says, I believe Belle loves you. And I'm like, Paul, it's only been 2 weeks. It's like Paul is trying to throw off Mecca on Belle to be a burden. That's what it feels like. It feels like Paul wants Belle to take on this disabled young adult. And I hate that. I hate that Paul is trying to push Mecca off and Belle talk about she loves him. And then he goes say, but that's the shit. It's been 2 weeks. Why are we rushing love? Love takes time. Love takes time. Why are we rushing love? So he's scared because he's never felt that way towards a woman before. And I'm like, okay, but have you felt that way towards a man? I just want to, I'm asking. I'm asking because maybe you felt that way towards a man and not a woman. So we're back over to Caitlin and Devlin. He bought her flowers. They're beautiful. And she said he loves that he's taking accountability. And y'all, this little liar says she's committed to this marriage. She came in committed. Caitlin, who are you talking to? Who y'all talk to? Use a lie. Use a lie. Y'all, we go over to NIKKI, and SHAWN. And I'm letting y'all know I couldn't believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes, what I saw, and the conversations they had the next morning. So I took some screenshots. I'm going to share it. And then I'm going to read word for word what SHAWN said to NIKKI. Because I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of confused. Because I'm like, SHAWN, is something wrong with you? Something got to be wrong with him. So let me go to these screenshots, okay? Let me go to the screenshot. So y'all, we go over to SHAWN and NIKKI, and he's grabbing her. She has on her little lingerie. He's grabbing her to sit on top of him. And she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, NIKKI, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? And then the next morning, y'all, SHAWN is going to ask NIKKI and say, I'm noticing that after we have a good night, when I wake up, I am feeling more desire. I'm wondering, like, is there any world in which you can see yourself? I'm trying to talk like he's talking. Like pleasuring me without sex? And NIKKI was like, huh? He was like, yeah, I know it's crazy, right? This is the first part. I'm noticing that after we have a good night, I have more desire. And NIKKI's like, huh? And he's like, maybe through master, you know what? And NIKKI's like, huh? She's like, huh? I'm not ready for that. Wait, let me go back, y'all. I gotta read these to you. I am noticing that after we have a good night, I'm repeating what he says. I have like increased desire. This is SHAWN talking. And I'm wondering, like, is there any world in which you can see like pleasure me without having sex? She's like, huh? Yeah, he said, yeah, I know it says. She said, huh? Wait, let me hear what you're saying. Huh? She said, okay, sorry, tell me what you mean. NIKKI, like you don't know what he mean, girl. She said, what do you mean by that? He's like, meaning like, like mutual master, boom, boom. He's like touching each other. She's like, are you serious right now? She said, yeah. He said, yeah, I'm serious. He said, I mean, is there any world that you'd see that like without having to be like, oh, I'm all in for this person, like just being able to enjoy each other? Ooh, this is what he's saying to NIKKI, y'all. Maybe I should put up her butt picture. Let me put that back up. Her sitting on I thought they was gonna do it. I was like, I know they're about to do it. I was like, I know they're about to do it. But no, they didn't. I was like, I know they're about to do it. Okay, let's put that picture back up there. Her sitting on top of him. Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay. He said, oh, I'm all for this person, like just being able to enjoy each other. Like in a really like pleasurable way. Ew. He said, I'm noticing I need to release some tension. He said, oh, Fia, she said, yeah, I understand. What you're asking is reasonable, but I'm just not there yet. So maybe like independent masturbate. He's like, nah. She's like, solo. He said, I want to, but I can't. She said, oh, you've been saving it, right? You've been saving it. He said, yeah, I just kind of stopped doing that because that's like relying on like myself getting my own dopamine hit. Hold on, yeah, Michael. Little Michael's coming down. Hi, honey.
You crying?
No, I'm laughing. Thank you for coming down to check on mommy. Can you go back upstairs so I can finish my video? It's okay. Thank you. Run up the stairs. Run up the stairs. Okay, yeah, little Michael's gone. He said, and like corn to get me that dopamine hit. Nikki says, no, you're right. He said, and I don't want to do that. If I'm going to be in like a marriage, he said, if I'm going to be like in a marriage situation, I want to treat it like a real marriage. Nikki said, yeah, that's fair. He said, I want you to be the one that does it. Oh, wow. She says, for me, it's a more physical part to like unlock. He said, sure. She said, sorry. He said, if you don't want to, I understand. But like to me, that's also part of like showing up as a wife. But you're not there yet. I understand. But y'all been married 2 weeks. She don't want to do that with you. He said, it's like noticing your husband has a need and feeling that need at some point. She said, I'm not ready for that yet. He said, okay, all right. Then they walked away. He's like, done. Woo, Nikki, I just thought when you was doing this, you was gonna, finish the job. I mean, you're sitting on him like like I be sitting on Big Michael. You sitting on him like I sit on Big Michael. You about to do something. If you're gonna sit on a man, on your hood, let me just clarify. If you gonna sit on your husband like that, girl, you gotta finish the job. You can't, don't start it if you're not gonna finish it. Woo! Lord, lordy, lordy, Lord. Okay, y'all. So then we go over to Michelle and Michelle condo. Gorgeous. Her roommate, hello, roommate. For those of you picking at Adam because he has a roommate, her roommate Tam, he's gorgeous too. I feel like she has a crush on him because the way she described, oh, he's gorgeous and he's handsome and he's ripped or whatever she said. She had a painting. It was beautiful. Cameron's very impressed. It took her about 50 hours. And he said in his voiceover, he said, I'm not trying to say she's better. She's too good for me. But that picture that it was just beautiful. And Tam was asking about them. And Tam was like, when she gets mad, she gets a fiery temper. And she said, yeah, but I learned how to recognize it. And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? We all get a little fiery. And I'm okay with that. As long as you know how to control it and don't be embarrassing your husband in public and, acting like a psycho, which I think Michelle's a psycho. Okay? So Mecca is at the basketball court dancing. I mean, Belgial's at the basketball court dancing. Mecca comes, they play basketball for kisses. Belle Jolie, she is a gorgeous girl. I just really wish she knew how pretty she was and how she deserved better than Mecca and to not be his defender. Okay. So Nick and Courtney, they get ready to meet with Dr. Lisa. Oh, God, Courtney is insufferable. It's like when Courtney talk, it's like nails on the chalkboard. I can't. I literally just doze out because I'm like, I don't want to hear anything she has to say. Nick says, he's a really nice person. He's raised to be, my words, a gentleman, and he treats people with nice and respect. And Dr. Lisa asked about the group session, and she tells Courtney to soften up. But you knew who you was picking when you picked her. You knew she was a brick wall. So why did you pick her? So she said maybe we need a reset. And she just talk, and feel like kissing him. And she kissed him, child. So I can't be bothered with them. So we go back over to Nick and Shawn, and he set up this sexy date, and the whole night is called You Ain't Got No Sense. And she laughed and she said, you don't have any sense, or me don't have any sense. And I thought it was so cute. I really like it. And I was disappointed how it ended, because I thought that was a beautiful night that Shawn set up, and NIKKI just kind of spoiled it at the end. And I'm like, NIKKI, the people already don't like you on the internet, girl. Why you have to, do more stuff for people not to like you? But anyways, so it's called You Ain't Got No Sense, and it's really him taking away her sense of sight. And so he tied a red ribbon around her neck. I have the pictures I'm going to show you guys. He tied the red ribbon around her neck. And I was like, ooh, so sexy. That is so sexy. And then he said, well, I'm going to feed you some things, and you're going to guess what it is. And I'm wondering, did Shawn wash his hands? Because I'm like, did you wash your hands, Shawn? So he fed her, I'm sure the picture is strawberries, because Shawn don't wash his ass. So if you don't wash your ass, you don't wash your hands. And well, no, that was a strawberry. That was a brownie. That's strawberry he's feeding her. And she said it's a brownie. And I was trying to get the picture of, he sprayed the whipped cream in her mouth, and she jumped. She was like, what the F is that? That was funny. Look at all those muscles in NIKKI legs. She was like, what the F was that? It was he laughed, she laughed. It was a funny moment between them, because the whipped cream kind of scared her. I guess she wasn't. It was a cute moment. And then she enjoyed it. She also said earlier that she's open to exploring more sexually with him. So after all of that, girl, what did NIKKI say? She gonna bring up what happened this morning, that she was caught off guard, and that Shawn said to her it's her wifely duties. And so they replayed the video, and he didn't use the word wifely duty. I can see both sides. He's basically saying, if your husband have a need, as a wife, you try to meet the needs. So what she hears is your wifely duty to please him. And he was like, hold up. You're trying to make me look bad. That's my word. And she said she felt uncomfortable. She felt pressured. They replayed the video. That is not what he said. And in his voiceover in the room, he was like, girl, get out of here. You're trying to make me look bad. My words. And he said he's feeling blindsided. I'm feeling blindsided too, Shawn. Unless NIKKI wanted to throw it off so that you guys don't go any further. Because after that very romantic, fun time y'all had, NIKKI should not have brought it up. And then for her to say you said your wifely duties. I didn't like that, NIKKI. I'm with Shawn on this one, and I hate to take his side. But I'm with him on this one, that I just thought that this wasn't the moment for it. You guys seem to was having a very good time. And I just hope that he washes his hands. I just keep thinking, did he wash his hands? And when he sprayed the whipped cream in her mouth, she was shocked and surprised. She was like, what the F is that? And they both laughed it off. So, NIKKI, after this, you're going to bring up the thing that happened this morning, NIKKI? Huh, NIKKI? I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm really, really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. And I'm with Shawn on this one. I'm sorry. I was disappointed, and I'm sorry that I have to take Shawn's side, but I'm definitely taking his side on this one. Okay, cousins? I love you. I adore you. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and share this out for me. I'll be in the comments today and tomorrow, and I'll try to get to episode 11 tomorrow. Love you. The husband profile begins in September. If you want to take it, the link is below. Talk to you later. Bye.